All right, dispatchers, get around. This is Alex from Keynet Logistics. Time for some straight talk about the elephant in every dispatch office, Deadhead Miles. I've been watching good carriers bleed out slowly for years, and it all comes down to one thing: running empty. Today, we're going to fix that. No sugarcoating, no corporate BS, just the hard truth about keeping your owner-operators profitable and your operation alive. Listen up. If your trucks are running empty more than 20% of the time, you're not running a trucking company. You're running a charity. And last I checked, the IRS don't give tax breaks for stupidity. Look at these numbers. 15 to 35% of all miles driven are completely empty. That's not an unavoidable cost. That's a failure in strategy, plain and simple. Every one of those empty miles is money straight out of your driver's pocket. And when their pockets are empty, guess whose phone stops ringing? Yours. Our goal today? Stop the bleeding and turn those empty miles into money miles, because that's what this is all about. Survival. Now, Deadhead ain't just about lost revenue. It's a two-headed monster that'll eat you alive from both ends. First, it's a financial drain. In the spot market, once that trailer's empty, the meter's running backwards. Every mile to the next pickup is eating into whatever profit you made on the last haul. It's like driving with a hole in your fuel tank, except the hole's in your wallet. Second, and this is what keeps me up at night, it's a safety crisis. An empty trailer turns your rig into a 40-foot sail. That deadhead truck, it's 2.5 times more likely to get wrapped around a guardrail. I've seen too many good drivers jackknife in a crosswind because their trailer was lighter than a politician's promise. When you're losing money and increasing the chance of killing somebody, that's not business. That's insanity. Let me break down exactly how Deadhead picks your pocket, because it's sneakier than a lot lizard at a truck stop. Direct costs? That's the obvious stuff. A 200-mile Deadhead run, you just burned $100 in diesel for the privilege of driving to your next job. Plus, you're wearing out tires, burning up brake pads, putting miles on that engine, all for zero revenue. That's like paying somebody to punch you in the face. But the opportunity costs? That's where it really hurts. Every mile you run empty is a mile you could have run loaded. Time spent deadheading is time you can't haul paying freight. You're literally watching money drive past you on the highway while you're running empty. It's death by 1,000 cuts, and most dispatchers don't even feel it happening. All right, let's talk solutions. First up, load boards. Stop sorting by highest rate like some greenhorn fresh out of dispatch school. That's rookie ball. Here's what the pros do. Think all-in rate. A $2.75 per mile load that's 20 miles away beats a $3 per mile load that's 200 miles away. Do the damn math. Include that deadhead in your calculations, or you're lying to yourself. And for the love of Pete, be proactive. Start hunting for that next load 12 to 24 hours before your current delivery. Waiting until your driver is sitting empty in some parking lot? That's not dispatching. That's panic mode. And panic mode don't pay the bills. When you search, filter tight and vet hard. Set your radius to 50 to 100 miles from the drop. Check those broker credit scores like you're lending them your truck, because in a way, you are. A broker who pays in 90 days ain't worth spit compared to one who pays in 15. Cash flow is king in this business. Now here's the real secret. Load boards are just a tool. Relationships are your lifeline. And I mean real relationships, not just names in your phone. You want to become the first call. When your drivers deliver on time, communicate like professionals. Handle freight like it's their grandmother's china. That's marketing you can't buy. Make those brokers want to call you before that load ever hits the public boards. After every good run, ask questions. Hey, you got regular freight in this lane? Know anybody else shipping out of this area? Get referrals. Work your network like your business depends on it, because it does. And here's something most folks don't know. Deadhead pay is negotiable. Yeah, you heard me right. When a broker's desperate to move freight out of a backhaul desert, or when the deadhead's longer than a country song, speak up. Use your cost per mile to back it up. Listen, I need an extra $200 to cover the 150 empty miles to your pickup, or this don't work for either of us. Discipline equals profit, period. You need a deadhead policy harder than month-old beef jerky. My rule: nothing over 100 miles without serious justification. No exceptions, no sob stories, no just this once. When a load exceeds your limit, you got three choices. 1. Negotiate a higher rate to cover those empty miles. 2. Find a filler load to turn part of that deadhead into revenue. 3. Pass on it and wait for something better. That's it. No fourth option. No maybe. Trust your process like you trust your pre-trip inspection, because both will save your ass. Now we're getting into the chess game. This is where you separate the dispatchers from the button pushers. Stop thinking A to B to A like some kind of yo-yo. Start thinking triangles. You run Chicago to Dallas, but instead of deadheading back on some garbage rate, you find a decent load from Dallas to Memphis. Then another from Memphis back to Chicago. You just replaced one crap backhaul with two profitable legs. That's not luck, that's strategy. While other dispatchers are crying about backhaul rates, you're out here printing money. Here's where the big donks play. Stop thinking about individual lanes. Start thinking about freight zones, regions where you know you can find strong outbound freight. Every load, it's judged on where it positions you for the next move. A great rate to Miami? That's fool's gold. Miami's a deadhead trap worse than a Flying J bathroom. But a slightly lower rate to Jacksonville? That's smart money, because Jacksonville positions you for success. It's like chess. You're not just thinking about this move. You're thinking 3 moves ahead. While everybody else is playing checkers, you're playing the long game. Let's talk tech. And I don't mean fancy gadgets that look good in the office. I mean tools that put money in your pocket. A good TMS is your command center. Trimble, Truckbase, doesn't matter which one, as long as it integrates everything. Location, hours of service, financials, all in one place. It'll calculate your true cost per mile automatically and show you what's really profitable. No more guessing, no more gut feelings, just facts. Then there's AI and digital freight matching. This ain't your daddy's load board. Uber Freight, RXO Connect, Parade, they use algorithms to match your trucks with freight before you even know you need it. We're talking 22% reduction in deadhead just from smart matching. That's not magic. That's math working for you. If you're ignoring market conditions, you might as well ignore your fuel gauge. Both will leave you stranded. Know your seasons like you know your hometown. January through March is quiet season. Build relationships. April through July is produce season. Chase those high-paying reefer loads. August through October is a peak season. Maximize revenue while the getting's good. November and December is holiday rush. Urgent freight pays, but watch that weather. And know your head haul versus backhaul markets. Head haul market means more freight than trucks. You got pricing power. Backhaul market means more trucks than freight. They got you by the short hairs. Use this knowledge. Tell that broker, this load's going into Florida. I need extra on the head haul to cover my deadhead out. That's not begging, that's business. This ain't just theory from some consultant who's never shifted gears. This is proven strategy from real carriers. John Christner Trucking used a TMS to cut deadhead and got their money back in 1 month. That's not a typo. 30 days to full ROI. A major brewery partnered with RXO and eliminated 900,000 empty miles in a single year. 900,000. They turned those empty miles into revenue miles by systematically booking backhauls 24 to 72 hours in advance. Even the Indiana DOT, the government, used algorithms to identify potential deadhead reductions of 23 to 45%. If the DMV's cousin can figure this out, what's your excuse? Here's the hard truth, and I want you to tattoo this on your brain. Deadhead is not a cost of doing business. It's a choice. It's a choice to not know your true costs. It's a choice to not build real relationships. It's a choice to not use technology that pays for itself. It's a choice to not think strategically. Your owner operators are counting on you to keep them profitable and safe. That's not just your job, that's your responsibility. When they can't make their truck payment because you let them run empty half the time, that's on you. Remember this, in the spot market, you're only as good as your last load. Make sure it ain't an empty one. Now get out there and put this to work. Calculate your cost per mile. Set your deadhead limits. Start searching early. Build your network. Use the technology. Think strategically. Because at the end of the day, this business is hard enough when you're doing everything right. Running empty? That's just making it impossible. Any questions? Good. Now let's get those trucks loaded and rolling. Time is money and empty time is expensive. If you like this presentation, press like and subscribe to our channel immediately. Stay safe, stay loaded, and keep the shiny side up.